when you think about the next 5 years, what's the shift in teaching or school leadership that you most hope to bring to life across Australia?
Look, I think there's a couple of aspects to that, and I've been in the role for sort of close to a year and a half, so I've had an opportunity to work with educators nationally, and there are a few things that I think we've really got to nail in terms of the profession. The first is actually confidence. So
I
we
agree.
need to build the confidence of the profession to see that the job that they're doing is not only important, but that they're doing it well. Really concerns me that often the sort of the quick clickbait narratives that we see rolling out in the media is sort of teaching and learning Armageddon. Whereas we know that there is so much capacity and capability within the profession to make a real difference. And often it's that they don't see that in themselves.
Hmm.
There was a standout piece of data that we got from some research that we did, and I think it was around 40% of teachers felt that they were valued and trusted,
Wow.
and yet close to 90% of members of the Australian public valued and trusted teachers. So there's a real disconnect between the perception and the reality, and I want to build that bridge. The other, I think, is around building capability in terms of being able to deal with the world as it is now and how dynamic it is. I think that there are elements around resilience and ability to manage change, to pivot, etc., that move beyond that technical capability and actually build in some other capabilities that will help teachers not only survive, but thrive in a world. We're never going back to
Hmm.
pre-COVID. So
No.
how do we build that? And finally, the sense of connection. So, where I see the profession absolutely flourishing is where teachers and school leaders feel connected to one another, to their
Hmm.
learners, and to their school communities. But likewise, things that concern me is that sort of thing that can roll out in some of our learning environments where you become quite isolated from your peers or from your profession because you're in a classroom every day just getting on with the work. And we know that teachers flourish best when they're working together. So, how
Hmm.
do we build that sense, not only in a school, but across a whole profession of being connected to others who are doing the important work you're doing? And how do we build your sort of understanding and capability and support networks through that?